Hello student, I am Professor Kiran Bande and today we will start the next topic of unit number 6, that is soil reinforcement and earthquake geotechnics. So actually this is video lecture number 5. Uh, Previous I already covered 4 videos for the same unit. If you are not watching, please watch that video. So the learning objectives of this video is basic components of reinforced soil, mechanism of reinforced soil, types of geosynthetics, functional properties of geosynthetics, requirement of geosynthetics. So the first three objectives we already covered in my previous lecture. Then today we will cover the remaining two objectives, that is functional properties of geosynthetics and requirement of geosynthetics. So first of all, let us see what is the application of geosynthetics. So the first application is road and pavement. So in case of roads or pavements, geosynthetics material very important plays a very important role. That is subgrade separation and stabilization. Means in case of flexible pavement or rigid pavement, we know the different layers are present. That is subgrade layer, sub-base cores, base cores, pier cores. So in between these cores or layers, geosynthetic materials are being placed. Then it also acts as a stabilization of that courses. Also base reinforcement, overlay stress absorption and reinforcement. The next important application is after placing that geosynthetics in between the layer, it acts as a drainage. Means it dewater the subgrade, then road-based drainage, structure drainage. Also, next application is in erosion and sediment control. So this geosynthetics plays a very important role to control the erosion and sediment, especially in case of hard surface and silt fence. For example, in case of canal embankments, the side slopes are uh, made by using this geosynthetics material, so that the erosion of the soil along the slope of that canal get reduced due to the geosynthetics. Okay, and also uh, this sediment is also controlled by using geosynthetics. So next application number 4, in reinforced soil system. Of course, this geosynthetic is very important in reinforced soil system. We already discussed this in previous video. That is embankment over soft foundation, slopes and soil walls. And last application is seepage control system. So this is also important. This is very important application in case of RE wall, that is reinforced earth wall. So at the base of that RE wall, uh, the geosynthetic material or geosynthetic mats get placed uh, along the width of that reinforced earth wall. Reinforced earth wall is nothing but the approach uh, at the beginning and at the end of the flyover. So below that, this geosynthetic material get placed, and once that is placed, means the seepage get controlled. Okay, then next important is advantages of geosynthetics. There are a number of advantages of geosynthetics in foundation engineering. So first is cheaper in product cost, transportation and installation of this geosynthetics is very cheaper and easily installed. Second is can be designed and installed quickly with flexibility to construct during short period. Means it can install quickly, and the time required for installation is very less. That is one more advantages. Next is used for a wide range of soil. Then space saving. This geosynthetic material saves the space in the foundation field. And last important advantages is material quality and more homogeneous. Means its quality is very good, and it is homogeneous in nature. Means the material property are almost same. The next is properties of geosynthetics. There are different properties of the geosynthetics, and we know uh, all that properties must fulfill while applying or while using this geosynthetic material in foundation. If any property get miss, means uh, there is a lot of effect on the stability as well as strength of the soil reinforcement. So that's why the properties plays a vital role. So see this table, there are different properties of the geosynthetics, that is physical, chemical, mechanical, hydraulic, then endurance, degradation. All these properties must fulfill by all the geosynthetic material before applying in foundation. Okay, so see one by one, what are the different physical properties required for the geosynthetic material? That is thickness of the geosynthetics, specific gravity, mass per unit area. All these properties must fulfill. Then chemical properties. Uh, what are the different types of polymers in the geosynthetics? What is the filter material? Then manufacturing process for the fiber and geosynthetics, that is also required before it used. Then mechanical properties, tensile strength, compressibility, elongation, tear or impact, puncture resistance. Then hydraulic properties, permittivity, that is uh, cross plane permeability. Then transmittivity, in plane permeability or along the plane permeability. Then endurance means installation damage. During installation of geosynthetic material, uh, it should be as far as possible, uh, the damage should be minimum. That is endurance. Some limit should be there. Okay, and then last is degradation. So degradation means it's resistance to temperature. Under temperature, under different atmospheric condition, uh, or due to the seasonal changes, how much it resists, that is important. And chemical and biological reaction, that is also important. Okay, so remember these properties. So thank you for watching my video. Thank you all.